All right, everybody. It is week 6, day 1 DLR. Let's take a look. Ben, shut my door, would you? It says, people who sets a world record do something more better than anyone else. Oh, boy, more better. All right, let's see if we can fix it up. Fred Henderson. Yes, correct, sir. People who, let's get rid of the suffix S here, right? And let's put set in, right? There it is. All right. People who set a world record do something more better than anyone else. I see two mistakes. One is a real subtle, easy mistake to make, and the other one is pretty obvious. Pretty obvious. Covell, go ahead.
I think you could get rid of more.
Right, let's get rid of more. Right, because better on its own works just fine, right? So, people who set a world record do something better than anyone else. This is the one that old Mr. Van Slyke does not love when people do on Facebook. They can, yes.
Instead of Ben, put Dan.
Dan, spell it for me.
D-H-A-N.
Oh, wow, I ordered a new pen and I think I fixed this one. That's okay, I have a new one. Doesn't hurt, right? All right. People who set a world record do something better than anyone else. Do you guys see did you see something else?
Maybe a comma after record.
People who set a world record. You want to know why there's no comma there? Let's dig in. Ready? People who set a world record. So let's say that we were going to split this in. Something better than anyone else. Would that be a complete sentence? No. You're missing the subject, right? And then you're kind of missing the predicate as well. Now, if we leave do in, do something better than anyone else, maybe that's a command, but it's still iffy. All right? So we don't have a complete sentence. So we don't need the comma. So let's take a look. We have 1, 2, 3 corrections for that first one. All right, let's keep going. Ready? If a person sets a world record, their name could be in the book of Guinness World Records. Now I understand Fred and Vinny's spelling debate today. All right. So, Brady, what do we see here?
Guinness World Records are the G and W are capitalized.
Yeah, so it's a title. So Guinness World Records is all part of the title, and they should be capitalized, right? all parts of that title are spelled correctly. So what else do we see? If a person sets a world record, their name could be in the book of Guinness World Records. Yes. Go ahead. No. What if we change, what could we change there to? Right? What could we change that to? Anybody? Come on. If I said you couldn't use any version of there, how could you make that sentence work then? If you had to completely block that out, right? If I go to you and say, I don't want you to use that, I take that off the table completely. There it is. It's gone. You can't use any version of there. How could you fix it? Leo.
That person?
No. How about his or her name could be in the book of Guinness World Records? Does that work? Does it work?
Yeah.
All right. If a person, why is it his or her? because we're talking about one person. So now it's either going to be a his or her. You don't get to go in as a group, right? All right, how many corrections do we see on this? If a person sets a world record, his or her name could be in the book of Guinness World Records. It looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 corrections there. Let's look at the next one. Write the word or words that best complete the sentence. In 2010, what do we need to put there? Bronwyn. The youngest drummer in a band was only 5 years old.
What the heck? That's crazy.
That is crazy, right? Now let me ask you, is EST superlative or comparative? Superlative, yes. So the youngest drummer. That's comparing that kid to everyone else in rock bands. All right, use context clues to figure out the meaning of the bold word, right? So here's the bold word, all right? I like bubble gum so much, I think I will attempt to blow the most bubbles. What do you think attempt means here? And what are some clues that tell us what it means? That's the harder part. What are clues that tell us what attempt means, Fred? So you're thinking, all right, well, I'll go with that. You're thinking attempt means to try. Does everyone agree?
Yeah.
So do I. What are some words, though, in the context? The context is simply all the words around it, the sentence. Now, what are some words in this context that tell us that it means to try? Gretchen. Right? Blow the most bubbles? I mean, they're going to have to try to do it, right? Maybe? That one was a little tough. Yes, to try is the right word to describe attempt. Yes.
I was gonna say on number 2, you like when it does in the book of Guinness World Records, you would put in between the book and Guinness because it just says could be in the book of Guinness World Records.
It could be. I think it's correct the way it is. But anyone who's ever described that book, you say the book of, right? So I would be okay if you threw of in there. Yes.
Shouldn't it be guys in number 1 instead of 2?
People who set a world record do something. No, because we're talking about multiple, everyone. If it were just a person who sets a world record does something better than anyone else. If it were just one person. Because it's everyone, then the verb is do. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, you guys, that is great questions, by the way, today. You guys are really engaged. Week 6, day 1 in the books. Tadero.
Out.